Who am I? You sure you want to know? If somebody told you I was just your average, ordinary guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. Truth is, it wasn't always like this. There was a time when life was a lot less complicated. Can I take your picture for the school paper?
Sure. In this lab, we have 15 genetically enhanced super spiders.
There's 14. One's missing.
Peter, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Pete, look, you're changing. I know I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
No, not exactly.
Wow.
Peter, may I introduce my father, Norman Osbourne?
Great honor to meet you, sir.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
What the hell was that?
Whatever it is, somebody has to stop it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
This is my gift.
Wow.
It is my curse.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Do I get to say thank you this time?
Do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again and coming at you with another video. And I was thinking of doing this video today because I want to talk about this film, and I reviewed this film back in the day, and today marks 20 years since this film was released. And that film, of course, is Spider-Man, which is directed by Sam Raimi, stars Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, Willem Dafoe, James Franco, Cliff Robertson, Rosemary Harris. And I said, I can't believe that the film is 20 years old today. It doesn't even feel like that this film was released 20 years ago. And it's just crazy how time flies. But I reviewed, like I said, I reviewed this film, and I reviewed, the other Spider-Man films. So I reviewed Sam Raimi's, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films, from this film to Spider-Man 3. I also reviewed Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man films, and also reviewed Tom Holland's Spider-Man films. Even reviewed Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So you can check back at my reviews of the Spider-Man films. You can look back at my videos for them if you guys want to check them out. The Amazing Spider-Man 1, I reviewed. It was a two-part video, and I reviewed the film in part 2 because I did like a little vlog of me seeing the film with my cousins during a midnight screening. But I still reviewed Amazing Spider-Man. But I enjoyed all those films. Yes, I enjoy Spider-Man 3. It's a guilty pleasure. There are some things I like about the film, some things I don't. The film has its problems, but I still enjoy Spider-Man 3. But this is just on Spider-Man, the first film in Sam Raimi's trilogy. I'm going to talk about how I remember discovering the film for the first time, and what my thoughts of the film were back in the day when I saw it as a kid. So, the first time I remember seeing this film. I did not see this film in the theater. I didn't see any of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films in the theater, which I should have back in the day. I think, it would have been highly exciting to check out Spider-Man, a Spider-Man film in the theater. But that didn't happen until I saw Amazing Spider-Man in 2012. But the first time I seen this film, I remember I was at my aunt and uncle's house. My uncle had the DVD, of course, right here of this. And I watched the film. He was like, "Oh, do you want to watch Spider-Man?" So I was like, "Yeah." And I was 10 years old at the time when I first saw the film. So at that age, it was highly exciting for me to watch the film because I've been wanting to see it at that age, because I remember seeing the TV spots for it coming out to DVD. I remember seeing the TV spots to the film when it came out back in May of 2002. But it was me and my uncle and a few others. We watched the film on TV, on his flat screen TV. He had these speakers, these nice loud speakers. So whenever there was an action scene, the speakers would be blaring loud and like shake the whole, like vibrate or shake the whole living room. But I remember just being enthralled in the film and seeing Spider-Man just fly around using his web slingers, just flipping around the city, around New York. And the suit looked amazing on Tobey Maguire, the Spider-Man suit. And Tobey Maguire, he's very enjoyable in the film as Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Like, when you think of Spider-Man, you gotta think of Tobey Maguire, because he was the guy that kicked it off, and he just did a good job. He fit the role for Peter Parker, Spider-Man. And Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane, I liked her in the film, and of course she's the love interest of Peter Parker. This film also introduced me to James Franco. James Franco at that time, I think he was not very well known. And from the Spider-Man films, from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films, he became more of a popular actor. Like, everybody after the Spider-Man films knew who James Franco was. So, and then you have Willem Dafoe as Osborne, as Norman Osbourne, aka the Green Goblin, to which I enjoy Willem Dafoe. He's a very good actor. And his Green Goblin, as a kid, I liked the suit when I first saw it. But years later, like rewatching the film years later, the suit just kind of looks like a Power Rangers villain. And I saw the photo of how Green Goblin was originally going to look from the mask, which I have a photo here that I found online, which I'm going to show you all of how Green Goblin's mask was originally going to look like. So here's the photo here. And they should have went with that. I think that would have looked much more cooler, very much more creepier than what we got. With the costume looking like Green Goblin just came from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, but still, Willem Dafoe did a very good job playing the Green Goblin. Very crazy, very sinister. And Cliff Robertson as Uncle Ben, really liked. And still, that scene with him and Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, with them in the car, and Cliff Robertson, Uncle Ben goes, "With great power comes great responsibility." And that scene still sticks with me when I think of this film. Like, when you think of the first Spider-Man film, you think of that scene. You think of course, Tobey Maguire as, Peter Parker Spider-Man, and the other characters from Aunt May to Mary Jane and Norman Osbourne, Green Goblin. So, but that scene, it still resonates with me today. But very good job that Cliff Robertson did portraying Uncle Ben. I thought Rosemary Harris as Aunt May did a very good job. And just also as a kid, seeing the scene where he gets bitten by the radioactive spider, and the CGI that was done there was just absolutely amazing for the time. And just Peter Parker with his powers, just climbing the buildings, and of course using the web slingers. That blew me away as a kid, just seeing that. And of course, you can't ever forget the iconic upside down kiss there in the rain. So it's just a very iconic scene. It's another scene that you think of when you think of the film. Just very well done scene that was. And apparently I read that Tobey Maguire in that scene was suffocating in the suit during that scene when they were shooting it. He ended up saying that it was the most unpleasant shoot. It was the most unpleasant to shoot for that. So that kind of sucks. That he felt like that. He was suffocating just doing that scene, because it is such a iconic scene. And years later, watching the film a whole lot of times, ever since I saw it for the first time as a kid, I still love the film. It's one of the best superhero films ever made, and it's very iconic. And yeah, the CGI is a little bit dated now, but still, very good movie. One of the best superhero films ever made. And I know a lot of people, have seen the film. And Sam Raimi did a good job directing the film. The screenplay was written by David Coep. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But he's wrote films that I really enjoy. Like, he wrote Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park. Two films that I enjoy a lot, even though there are some people that don't like The Lost World Jurassic Park. He wrote War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise. Love War of the Worlds. Yeah, it has problems, with Dakota Fanning's character, but still love War of the Worlds. He also wrote Premium Rush, which is a very underrated film that stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, where he plays a bike messenger, and he's being chased around New York City by a corrupt police officer. Just really enjoyed that film. Very underrated. I saw that in the theater. But Premium Rush is one to check out. Just a very enjoyable film. So he's wrote films that I enjoyed. But Sam Raimi, like I said, he did a good job directing the film. He was a fan of Spider-Man, and I'm really happy to see what he's going to do with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is being released this Friday. Can't wait to check out that film. And that's going to be the first film that the first superhero film that Sam Raimi has directed since his last superhero film that he directed, which was Spider-Man 3. So Sam Raimi is coming back into the superhero film phase, which I hope after Doctor Strange, he directs more superhero films. Because there's a lot of rumors saying, oh yeah, because the fans want Spider-Man 4 to be done, with Sam Raimi directing and Tobey Maguire coming back as Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So, but who knows if that will happen? Probably not. So, but that's Spider-Man. Look back Spider-Man, 20 years. And, I can't believe, it's been 20 years since the film was released. And if you haven't seen the film, well, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. Everyone's probably seen it. But if you haven't checked out Spider-Man, definitely give it a watch. It's worth watching, and would highly, highly recommend it. So, but anyways, that's it for this video. Spider-Man, I'll title it Spider-Man 20th Anniversary. Look back. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and let me know, where did you all see Spider-Man for the first time? Did you see it in the theater? Did you see it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, TV? Let me know where you all saw it for the first time in the comments down below. We'd really love to hear, where you saw the film for the first time. So, until next video, I'll see you all later.